So here's another example of a whole grain choice, wholemeal spaghetti, which you could use when cooking for dinner or lunch.
Okay, so this is your normal spaghetti, and this is your wholemeal spaghetti. High in fiber, a much healthier choice.
Yeah, and wholemeal, which is a whole grain. So another alternative.
Okay, I wonder how they taste like.
In terms of the taste, normally they do take a little bit longer to cook and they have a little bit more of a nuttier flavour. But once again, very nice. And I must say, I do enjoy it.
Okay, so what do you cook with your wholemeal spaghetti at home?
Normally I have my wholemeal spaghetti at home with a tomato-based sauce and add lots of vegetables, carrot, broccoli, bok choy, and then I also sprinkle with some nuts, some cashews.
So double the nuts, please.
Yeah, sprinkle it with some nuts or some pine nuts. So that's normally how I have it.
Okay. Wholemeal spaghetti is not that expensive, so if you find it in the supermarket, why not try it? This brown rice vermicelli is very, very cheap. It's only like $1.55 for two. It's much cheaper than I expected it to be.
Yeah, so this just shows, this is another example that you could use at dinner time, which is brown rice vermicelli. And brown rice is a whole grain, so another good choice to choose.
Okay, I didn't know there was this kind of stuff in the supermarket too.
Yeah.
Like, there was just like cereal and brown rice, and what else is there?
I know.
Okay.
So just another example.
Okay. So
and then there's another example here, brown rice vermicelli. So as you can see, there's quite a variety on the market that you can choose from.
Hey Penny, look what we found, short grain brown rice.
Yeah, so this is another example of how you could include whole grains in your diet. You could have brown rice, you could have that as a stir fry, and as a good substitute, instead of having your refined white rice, this brown rice would be a good alternative, good whole grain choice.
Okay, maybe I should tell my mom about it. She's into brown rice nowadays.
So this is another example, as you can see, of an alternative brown rice rice cakes, which you could choose, which is a good whole grain sauce.
It looks like a very good snack to me.
Yeah, these normally you'd have them as a snack in morning tea or afternoon tea, so they'll be a good healthy choice.
What do you eat them with? Have them with enough?
You could, in Australia, normally you can have it with some low-fat cheese or with some tomato or some type of spread or some avocado or some hummus.
And you have lots of snacks over here.
Yes.
What is the very healthy wholemeal or whole grain snack that we can
So a good example would be here. We have here called hobnobs, and if you have a look here on the ingredients list, this would be a good choice of whole grain, as we can see. Rolled oats, 38%, and whole wheat flour, 23%. Both of them being whole grain, so another good choice as a snack that you could have as a morning tea or afternoon tea.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, there are some ingredient lists that doesn't state the percentage.
Yes.
Why is it so?
So in terms of now, with your legislation in Singapore, it's now, if you claim anything regarding whole grain, they do now need a percent declaration in terms of the percentage of whole grain ingredients. So this will take a little time for the transition to come through onto the supermarket shelves.
So next time you pick up a whole grain or wholemeal product, remember to look out for the percentage.